ML Sports Take here from Rosie's Corner. It's a Fish Friday. Come on in for your fish, mac and cheese, coleslaw, fries, you name it. Pizza and wings today and tomorrow for all the games as well. Available on the new Slice app. Make sure you download that app and order from Rosie's Corner if you're in and around central New York here in the next several days and weeks. Next week, they'll come back with the comfort food, the meatloaf Monday, the turkey slop Tuesday, the chicken and biscuit Wednesday, and your mac and cheese and fish on both Thursday and Friday. Let's break down quickly the conference championship games Sunday. Obviously, Bills Mafia, I'm a part of you. I'm going to be hurting watching these games. I'm still hurting. I'm devastated. I'm never going to get over this loss unless they actually win it all, which, as a Buffalo sports fan, I'm sorry, but you just keep in the back of your mind thinking you're never going to see it. And I know Cubs and Red Sox fans felt like that for a long time, and some others, Cleveland fans for a long time, waiting for a title, their last one in 1948. But right now you're stuck in that mode. I'm sorry. Let's begin with the AFC title game. It just seems like everything's going through Arrowhead all the time. This is the fourth straight AFC championship game for Kansas City. They're the best team in the NFL. They've got everything. They're more complete. They're better coached. They've got the best young quarterback we've ever seen. They've got the best tight end arguably in history. They got speedsters, breakers, Tyreek Hill and company. Their defense, I don't know what the status of Tyrann Mathieu is going to be this Sunday, but certainly that defense up front can get it done. And I think that when you look at that Chiefs offense with the momentum and the been there, done that feeling, a little bit different than Cincinnati, kind of the new kid on the block. Now, listen, Cincinnati just went into Tennessee and won. They beat Vegas. This is a really good football team. And as long as Joe Burrow's slinging it to Jamar Chase, they got a chance for sure. But on the road, hostile environment, team that's been there before. The Chiefs are trying to, build this thing into a dynasty here. I got Kansas City big in this game. I think Cincinnati's time is up. I'm going to pick the Chiefs 38-24 in this game, and the Chiefs go back to the Super Bowl for the third year in a row. Meanwhile, in the NFC game, this one I think could go either way, and I think it really might come down to the defensive lines of each team pressuring the quarterback, and when they do so, what does that quarterback do under duress? Do we get a Matt Stafford horrible fourth quarter turnover, or do we get a Matt Stafford throw to Cooper Kupp in single coverage like against Tampa Bay after the comeback had been solidified, and then the Rams kicked the field goal at the buzzer to win it? Do we get that Matt Stafford? Do we get the big throw Matt Stafford? We know that things are going to change immensely for his career, historically, and all the rest, Hall of Fame candidacy, all of that stuff, if he wins this game and wins the Super Bowl. And so I think that there's a situation here where if Matt Stafford can get this whole thing done and win a Super Bowl, it's just going to change everything. You got Floyd, Von Miller, and of course Aaron Donald on the front line of the LA Rams, who are just playing suffocating, unbelievable defense right now, getting after the quarterback, stopping the run, etc. And then on the other side, we know what the 49ers can bring to it as well with Armstead, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, that whole group. And, both clubs are very opportunistic on defense. They're both, stripping the ball, picking the ball, sacking the quarterback, stuffing the run. They just get after it so much. It's going to be very interesting to see how the offensive lines try to, manage these superstar defensive players, because they're coming from every angle. I mean, you could have Aaron Donald on the inside, Von Miller's coming from the outside, you got Floyd on the other side. I mean, where do you go? Who do you block? Do you bring in an extra tight end, etc.? It's really, really difficult. As far as the offense goes for the 49ers, running the football, getting in space. Kyle Shanahan's such a good head coach, and he's so good at the motion and the jet sweeps, Deebo Samuel and company, moving things around. I think that despite the fact that the Rams have a great front line, I think that they're going to be able to move the ball in spots in this game, be able to get some chunk yardage and all the rest, pass it to George Kittle, run it with Samuel and Mitchell and company, and then maybe open things up that way. But again, it's going to come down to Jimmy Garoppolo, a guy who, you can win despite of, not because of. And I think that here it's going to be very, very important for the 49ers to get a lead, to be confident on the road and all that. On the Rams side of things, they've got a ton of great playmakers, of course, led by Cooper Kupp. They do have a ground game as well. Both of these teams are pretty similar if you think about it. Great defensive fronts and playmakers. Of course, Jalen Ramsey on the Rams in the back end. I didn't even mention him yet. You've got that situation going on. You have young Buck head coaches in Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. Two teams from the NFC West. You have two quarterbacks who are prone to make great plays, but, are you going to get a bad fourth quarter mistake from one of them? That's another similarity there as well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Both of these teams, by the way, recently have been to a Super Bowl. The Chiefs made it just 2 years ago. The 49ers made it just 2 years ago against the Chiefs. They lost that game. And the Rams made it just a few years ago and lost to the New England Patriots in a game that was super, super ugly, where the defenses controlled the field. So there's so much in common with these two teams. I'm going to pick the LA Rams here, 30-26, because I think Matt Stafford's a little bit better than Jimmy G, and they're home. And oh, by the way, the Rams could finish the season hosting 2 playoff games at SoFi Stadium, NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. And for the second year in a row, when it hadn't happened in history once, the home team could be the host team for the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay last year, LA Rams this year. Wild. Mike Lindsley with you here. It's an ML Sports Take. Man, do I miss my Buffalo Bills right now. Pizza, wings, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. Stop in today for Fish Friday, and make sure you download the Slice app and order from there as well. Rosie's Corner's got it all here. Sheet pizzas. Don't forget about all their other unbelievable entrees like stuffed shells and American Classic Burger. The Meatball Bomber is to die for as well. Salads and drinks are all in the cooler here at Rosie's. It's all remodeled in the back. The place looks amazing. So stop by here to Rosie's, Route 11 in front of the Burton Bridge. If you're in and around Central New York, just off the Bartell Road exit, Rosie's Corner is a proud sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. And you can, of course, get them on Facebook and on Instagram as well. Go follow and like those pages ASAP. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.